Morning everybody. Today we talk about a topic, not my specialty, obviously, everybody knows that, horn bows. This is a real composite bow and it's relatively cheap, but is it any good? Let's find out. You remember the Mongolian bow from Mongolia I tested for the patrons? Same company, Mongulai, reached out to me again, said we have now other bows in stock if I want to check. And I checked and they have now what they call Horsebow. This one, and they would have a longer version which is called long recurve. And now we see how this one will hold up, because with this Mongolian bow I was not so happy. What I can tell, it's packed very well and it was here in a week or something. And we waste a lot of plastic. So Mongolia, we need to work on packaging. We can do this maybe with cardboard and paper. There he looks out of the package. Let's see if we can pull him out here. Oh. So what I can tell already directly, that the seers this time are pretty good. Oh. So look at this, guys. That's a real composite bow made of, you know, this traditional materials as we know it: horn, wood and sinew. It's just 30 pounds, so nothing overwhelming. And some of course say that a horn bow starts showing his effectiveness in higher poundages, so we will see what we get. We have a nice 3-parted string with it. What I can tell you, it's a composite bow. The length strung is 1.25 meters. We have a brace head of 10 centimeters again. This bow is 30 pounds. I don't know which draw length. I don't know even what's the max draw length. I only know that this bow is available up to 50 pounds. This is, as I said, the horn bow. The price of this bow is $600. If you want it with quiver and matching arrows, it's $800. And the long recurve version would be $700. And with matching arrows would be $750, and with matching arrows would be $950. So this is a short version, looks pretty good. What we have now is the main frame is birch and bamboo. The belly is horn and bone. Don't know where bone is, but there. And the back is tendon sinew, and then the string is some fishing line material, and the decoration is printed paper. It looks really good. And then to protect it, there's some fiber linings around it, as we had it with the Mongolian bow. Finishing is really nice. We have here small string pads in leather. The handle is wrapped in leather. Let's see what we have. So this is the horsebow, the Hunnu horsebow. It's exactly 52 inches. And the arrow pass, question is where is up and where is down. There is no description whatsoever on this bow, so it's always a lucky guesswork. We could improve that. There's something written. 31, so the poundage must probably 31. So I hope then that this is the upper part. Arrow pass is very wide. It's 33 millimeters. Oh, it's a lot. Especially when the brace head is so low. But we see there's some kind of knocking point on there. So of course, what we will see now is if this bow is as complicated as all the other horn bows, means of course you might warm it up first a bit, but then we see what is the tiller doing, is the bow straight, and all this stuff, because this is what gets many people off from getting a horn bow: the maintenance and the preparation time. And I was checking last time I saw a video of a guy who builds horn bows. The video was 20 minutes long and it took him 20 minutes to set up his bow straight. I mean, yeah, if you want to do that, I prefer to shoot in this 20 minutes already. And now I forgot which part was the upper part. There's written 31, so we assume that this is the upper part. And we put, the string is pretty thick. I mean, I still think that they are more likely decoration bows. So when I see this massive wrapping, I think it costs speed. But we will see what it will do now. Stringing is pretty easy. So, and now, that's what you get. Now, of course, you need to, Madonna. Now you need to make it straight. Not so hard. Of course, there are better ways to do that, most probably. But all you hornbows out there know it all better than me. So these string pads, it's a non-contact bow so far. Still not there yet. So you have to do a little adjustments with this bow, otherwise you might not be happy. So what is the straightness saying? Well, it's not too bad. Straight enough for me. 950. That's it, feels quite heavy. So you have something massive in your hands. Now let's see what it does. Wow. To draw, it's a 30 pound, but you don't feel anything. Feels like a snake bow. So draw length. Feels comfortable until here. Ooh, I heard something. No, fine. So there's no recommendation about arrow weight or max draw. That's where we need to go from what we have. Oh, the string is massive. Will ruin my nocks. Until there it's nice. Then it gets a little stacking. So you see 30 inches, I guess. Yeah, you need heavy arrows for this one. But hey, interesting. And of course, sometimes you need to readjust this. Interesting. Guess it's not the fastest, not the most efficient bow, but if you want to have the experience of a real hornbow on a budget, I mean $600, free shipping from Mongolia, and it took a week and then it was here. So now you see that here the string is still touching the string pad and here not. Indication of something's going on. Yeah, but you get there. You know, we don't have that much time. I mean, we would have, but I'm not so patient. Let's see what the brace side will say. Supposed to be 10 centimeters, but it's luckily 6 inches. Heavy. Handle feels good. Nice big handle. Arrow pass is quite wide. So what do we have here? This bow, despite it's a horn bow, stiff. And in this direction, this bow is really stiff. So good. The only thing that you see is here. This center serving is quite massive. So still a little to go, huh? Way to go. That's what you need to do, my friends. Can't help you. If you don't like to do that all the time, don't get a hornbow. So we're getting there, but now let's continue. And you might want to have a set of nocks for this bow because the string is really thick. So you might ruin, they don't even knock. But for the rest, draw experience, really nice. Okay. But this bow has a little hand choke. Kicks a little. It's a lot of mass in this bow going on. Let's shoot these arrows. They're even more lightweight, they're only 400 grain. But the nocks don't fit on this bow. Let's see. Yeah, it shoots. It shoots. And after a while, I mean, this bow needs several shots. Getting there. So Katra and with a almost 1 kilo bow, challenging. Interesting bow for sure, but it's called Horsebow for a reason. So could you, handle is quite big, but theoretically you could, yes of course. And you can shoot 3 fingers, works. Could you do this? Oh, lines up quite nice. Wait a sec, so like this, look. Not too bad. Would work, but the bow overall is really heavy, so. But you get there. Now I'm getting more accurate. Printed paper as a decoration. No? Okay. So the string is so thick. Getting more flexible now. As said, hornbows, they really need some shots. Little unpredictable where the arrows go right now, but we get there. The other side, it's just $600 and not whatever what you normally pay for a hornbow. Yeah, getting into shape. Yeah, then let's check this bow out here. So and so, kind of, huh? Let's see what it does. But the draw is really smooth, so I can tell. 28. It's 29, 28.9, 29. So 30 we don't manage, or 31. But I don't know how they measure. Maybe they measure from, I don't know. And we check if we bring it to 30. But feels good until 30, no problem. 32.8. Let's see if we get a little more, huh? Shall we go a little more? No, it wouldn't go that much more. Doesn't look healthy anymore, but maybe it does 32 after a while. Then we're at 37 pounds. 8 pounds. 8 pounds in 4 inches is not too bad. Draw is really smooth. Holy cow. So, let's see, we are straight here. It's a little still out of shape. Huh? Still a bit out of shape, huh? So at 28 it looks nice, and I guess at 28 we are already a little over. So at 26 we have 60-degree string angle. And yes, once I have all the information, I will do a video about the string angle, why it's important to me. 30, 30, 30, hey. Pretty. I mean, it's not bad. It's in a Hunnu bow with very long shears, a short bending section. Overall, a pretty bow, and it's well made so far. Let's see. But even 32 feels good now. Now the bow wants to bend a bit more. Ooh. A crack somewhere. Not sure. Some cracking noise. I would not go to 32. Maybe it needs to crack in. So I would more likely go with 30. But on the other side, the bow is completely wrapped, so I should be safe. Out of tiller again. This is the boring fact of hornbows, even with this. I will stretch it now again, make it straight, and then we shoot a bit more. Not convinced about long distance so far, because even short distance I didn't manage to shoot properly. This bow needs shots that you get used to it, but let's see, 20 meters. These knocks are really not knocking. Oh, you saw that. Go away. Go away. Madonna. Seriously? Ay, ay, ay. So, quite. Oh, see that? So I shot only 20 meters today. These are 500 grain arrows. Yeah, they're a bit too heavy, huh? 400. Yeah, you get there. Start with 500 grain, and at 32 we had 37 pounds, so grain per pound. Too fast for my speedo. $119. 114. 400 grain. 30 inches. 109. 109, I didn't measure. 320 grain, 29 inches. 112. 110. Might get a little faster over time, but overall, as said, horn-sinew in 30 pounds. Not sure if it makes so much sense. Every fiberglass bow performs better, but if you want horn-sinew traditional made, that's what you get. Oh no, look, goes back there without stacking, but this is not the fastest. Go away, bumblebee. What string twist works? Not sure if you want to do cutter with this bow. Let's see. Yeah, it's a little heavy, but you get there. So 500 grain, definitely too heavy for having a nice performance. Would go for a little less, like, yeah, I don't know. So 30 inches is nice. And now we get there. Maybe we do the rotation outwards, huh? Side. Oh, this is. Oh, need to try that again. Interesting, like Kyoto. Then the arrows fly even straight, and I start shooting a group. Okay. Every bow has its character. Yeah, you get there. I mean, it's a beautiful bow. The finish is nice. Overall, looks good, but of course, again, look. This is what you have to do all the time. That's why this video takes so long, because I always need to readjust the bow. See, like, you know, you put your knee at the other one, hold it like this until la 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 la, and it's still not there, but you get there. So, let me show you its features. Nice ears, this time they are nice made. Thick string. Oh, plane is coming here, put this opening soon. Then we have here a leather wrap around for the transition from the sear to the limb. Limb is wrapped in this fiber, but has here this nice printed paper decoration underneath, which is really nice. Then you get here a handle wrapped leather, which is nice made. It's okay. There, I don't know, most probably there was only from the paper wrinkle. More decoration. And the other limb, and here you have this small string pads for the knot. I mean, I like the string thick. Here you have your knot, and then you have the number string coming down. It's overall a pretty bow. It's slow, very slow. But I really wanted to see how a budget horn bow will perform. Oh, now it's getting even there a little crooked. Yeah, when you have horn in it, always misbehaves a bit. But you get there, you need to take your time. But the draw experience now is like nothing. There's always sometimes a slightly cracking sound, and I don't like that. So up till here, so 32, now the bow wants to bend, see? So then we have 37 pounds. When you shoot 370 grain or something with 10 grain, I think you should be fine. You will always feel it in your hand, no matter. I shot 500 grain and you feel it because there's a lot of mass and the limbs are not doing a lot, so you feel it, and the bow is heavy. Now it comes what has to come, the rating for this bow. Package, I only got the bow in the string. No sleeve, no documentation, no nothing. Which means bow in the string, 1 point. Handling, it's hard to string, not straight, medium to string, okay to string, easy to string, very straight. So this bow is still not straight, and straight means even in this direction. In this direction it was quite straight. It's easy to string, but it's not straight by any means. That's why I would give it 3 stars. Built, rough, decent, okay, good looking. Has some small, where you have a wrapping, you have the center serving all around the string here. There it is lacking. Directly under the knot, if you can see that. Small things, and these crackles in the paper. So it's a good looking bow, but not perfect. So we get 4 points. The basic feel was wiggly, handle too small, big, no wiggly, handle great. I think the handle is nice, big enough, and the bow is not wiggly at all. So for the basic feel, I would give this bow 5 points. The draw experience is now, after a few shots, now it does 32 inches. I mean, I said there's no max draw, safe draw. But look, this arrow is 32, here, 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 and down here you start feeling it. Gets a little tight, but I think when you shoot a few times more, okay, we are now at 30, 31. But the bow does, after a while, 32 inches, which is not so bad for a 53 inch long, 50, have a good 52 inch long bow. Not bad, but still out of shape. So draw experience is good. I mean, I don't know what the max draw is, so I consider this bow max draw 32, and then gets already after 30 you get a little stacking, so draw experience would give it a 4. And shooting experience, big hand shock, long vibration, medium hand shock. I didn't feel any vibration because you have it for 1, 2, 3, then it's gone. And even in the hand you don't feel a lot of vibration, but when you shoot this kick, this hand shock, you feel whatever arrows you shoot. So we have here quite some hand shock going on, not that much vibration, so that's why I would give it. And we have this quite wide arrow pass, 3 points, 20 points, 20 out of 30. So price value, tricky question. The price for a composite horn-sinew bow is quite cheap, $600, free shipping, and then a bit customs, so roughly 100 customs. Then you have a nice, good looking horn bow, which is still out of shape, but that takes your time, not mine, I don't do this. Nicely decorated, shoots okay, draws nice, up to 30, and then it gets a little stiff, but maybe the longer you shoot, the more flexible this stuff will get, most hopefully. In this direction it's still a little crooked. It's $600 is still then a number. Price value for what you get, it's a very slow bow, 110 foot per second, even a snake is faster. In general, I think it makes no sense to build a composite bow in 30 pounds because the benefits of horn and sinew you will feel with, I think, from 60 pounds upwards, but not in this low poundage. But it's nice to have, and if you want to have it because you have every other bow, you have a fiberglass bow, you have a laminated bow, whatever, and you want to have this, but your draw, your strength, your pull is not there yet, and you only want something to from 30 to 50 pounds. Might do the job. It's not the fastest, but it's nice to have. So it's a nice addition, but this would be never by any means my only bow. So if I had to choose only one bow, this would not be the bow. But it's nice to have, but see, it's still out of shape. That's why price value, $600 for this one. For me, it's more the shooting. You know, it doesn't matter if it's fiberglass, laminated, or a real whatever bow. for me is I need to have fun when I shoot. I don't want to care about always make sure that it's straight again. That's why price value 3. So this bow is nice. $600. Yeah, this is what it's a pretty bow. So if you have the money to spend and you want to have one, Telman from Mongulai.com will be sure happy to get your orders. Maybe the longer one would be nicer in a poundage around 50 pounds or something. Or even this one in 50 pounds would perform way better than a 30 pounds. So that was now, I guess, my mistake, but they only had a 30 pound available right now. That's why I took this one. If you want one, get at least a 50 pound version. This is where the fun starts with horn and sinew, but not with 30 pounds. But it's nice to have, but for this it's too heavy and too slow. My opinion, but it's a pretty bow. There you have it. That's all I have for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.